When I was growing up, I didn't have any clue what a pantomime was until I saw Marcel Marceau when I was in fourth grade. And later, I realized what really happened was that there was about an hour and a half of no words and about 1,000 people that were enthralled in the silence, and their attention was kept. And to me, I thought, that's a mystery and one that I want to understand. And I went to a school that's called le Centre du Silence, which is the Center of Silence. My teacher had one specific moment that I remember really changing my life. And he said, "No, David, no, you are doing it. Don't do it. Just do it." And he was talking about simplicity, right? Pure, simple, efficient doing, being. And he was planting seeds for my understanding later in life that purity of being present with something, or efficiency without a lot of extraneous movement or extraneous words or extraneous emotionality, actually reveals the cleanest and purest message. The pantomime, or the one who creates something out of nothing, is a different art form. Because number one, you have to have a vehicle. You have to have a body that is capable of isolating its parts and becoming something that's not just human, or it has to be able to morph. So there was a training in that. But then in the space itself, in the emptiness, if I were to say that there's something here that wasn't here before, your synapses are going, okay, the shape of his hands and the solidity of the object, and there's a translation that's happening to make you seem or make it appear like there's something very solid, And it turns into this, or it turns into this, or it turns into this, and then there's nothing here. So something about the emptiness of space and the ability to carve in emptiness existence of something is in its own way alchemic to me. It's alchemy of existence, of something that isn't there, then it's there, then it's not. So our lives and the whole material universe is like that. In Moscow, I performed at the World Youth Conference. And it was young people talking about how not to have war anymore. There were 160 people represented in the audience, nations. And I got a standing ovation because my war was called Mind Peace, P-E-A-C-E. And I did pieces in there that were humorous and just mindless joy, and then also a couple pieces on war and the risk of it. And a story about a young man on the battlefield who was told to kill a family. And the commander left, and he befriended the child because he had a heart. And the commander came back in and was going to kill them, and he stood in front of them and defended them and died in the process. And it's a powerful, powerful mime of the reality of war. had I just been trying to be as a speaker or someone representing a way of perceiving life. I was able to had a vehicle to step into hearts and minds and souls in a way that transcends language. And part of my marketing back then was I speak 226 languages without speaking a word, right? The translation of Samuel's teaching was more like a deepening. He said, don't use up all your words. At the end, you may not have any left.